Well, we ran our first traversal today, which was a lot of fun. Um, so here are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Actually, I could just show you the code. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Well, I'll do them here because it's easier. So here are the 7 steps that we've implemented so far. The first one is V, which is return a vertex by ID. So you need this to start a traversal. Then in, which grabs all of follows the in edges to the adjacent nodes. Out does the same thing with the out nodes. As marks a location we're going to refer back to so that we can use back. So you can traverse down a branch, say go back to here and then go down another branch. Um, that's where optional comes in. Interesting. Store means we can take a property key and save it to payload key, and then set, we can take a payload key and put a value in it. So this can be used where if we want to store, like if we're doing multiple traversals and we need to say, okay, this traversal is this one, this one's this one, we can use set to do that. We can also probably do some conditional sets later on down the line, and it'll just be a nice thing. We'll have a .get method as well. So those are all implemented, and this traversal test was the one I ran this morning, and it worked. So I had set up 2 nodes with an edge between them. So I started on node 1, I traveled any out edges, and then I stored the property it works in payload key. And then I executed it right here. And the current element it traveled to node 2. The traversal marked itself as complete. The payload key, the payload was equal to true, which is what it set. And the path had 3, node 1, edge, and node 2. So it did exactly what it was saying it was going to do, which was so nice. So I don't even bother running it. Well, might as well run everything. Yay. Yeah. So what's next is to take the traversal test, and I've got a whole bunch of cases. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I have the basic one that I just did. I may add some more nodes and some more information just to kind of make sure it works in one line. Then I have branching that I need to do. I want to do 3 total branches in different locations. I want a cross repo test so that it comes in and it hits that boundary, sets everything up, and pauses the query appropriately. And I want a cross repo restart to where I give it something that has a boundary node and I start the traversal as if I had just taken it and put it onto this repository. And then I want a cross repository restart with a branch so that it restarts the repository, splits, finishes one of the branches, and then has the other branch that still needs to be executed in terms of the traversal, because it'll give the query another traversal to do. And then there's backtracking, which we will go ahead and branch out and backtrack back and continue on. And then we will have backtracking cross repo to where we have a traversal that's in its second repository, so it's already made the jump, and it does a branch, and then it goes back to a node that was in the first repository. And I think those seven cases will cover traversal. It will fully exercise it and make sure it's working well, doing exactly what it's supposed to do. There may be others, but that's a good number. And then I started work on what I want to do for the presentation demo for npipes. I'm going to do something similar to what I've done for Trepo overall and vgraph. Is say, okay, here's how npipes works, here's some examples. Stuff that I can use when talking about npipes to people. So that was it. That's it for today. So far, I'm going to work some more, but Have a great weekend. Take care.